Welcome back to my channel, Cancer, and this reading is for November 2021 for anyone with a sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Cancer. So without further ado, let's tune into tarot for the month ahead. This first card that I'll be pulling for our Cancers will indicate the energy of the recent past, and that is the energy of the Knight of Swords. So this is a very quick energy. It's very enthusiastic, it's very fast acting, fast moving, ambitious, motivated, driven. And so you may have been in a position last month where you were really on the move and really doing a lot. I'm anticipating, looking at the cards ahead, that you've been doing a lot for other people, actually. And this is having a very clear mind, clear speech, speaking very quickly, sometimes without thinking, not having much of a filter or not really thinking about the consequences of your actions. You kind of charge into battle without thinking about the consequences or the repercussions. You leap without looking. And so, yeah, you're just really diving into things and you're going, doing. And then you get into the first week of November and we have the Six of Pentacles reversed, which I'm seeing as creating a bit of a pause, a little bit of a time to ponder. It's suggesting that some of our interactions, or we're sort of considering the transactional nature of our interactions. You know, what we're doing, are we receiving an adequate compensation for those things? Or are we just doing things and expecting for those things to be done without really receiving much in return? And is that right and fair and proper and kosher and all that? These themes are kind of coming to our awareness in November, is just the transactional nature of some of our interactions and our behaviors and the way we're conducting ourselves. So those are things to think about. And then going into the second week of November, we have the Chariot reversed, which is bringing, again, some kind of pause or delay in our movement, or it's sort of saying that we're losing control over the direction of our life, or it's putting our heart above our head. And so there's some kind of disconnect or issue with the alignment of where we're moving and what we want. So again, this is causing us to pause and consider and think about the direction of our life and how we're conducting ourselves and our behavior and our compensation and the transactional nature of our interactions. It even could be that we're in a position where we are asking for help and we're being given gifts, but we're not being appreciative or respectful or grateful or thankful for those gifts that are being presented to us or given to us. So that's something that we need to think about. But more, I'm seeing this as we're doing giving and not being respected or compensated for what we're doing. So, but the themes of kind of giving and receiving will be coming up this month, which going into the holidays makes some sense. And then in the third week of November, we've got the 10 of Cups reversed. So this is bringing some kind of upset or imbalance or disharmony to our family life, to our relationships, possibly to our work life or career. It's creating a bit of an upset. And so I'm wondering if you are putting an end to this endless giving that people are expecting you to always just be there, cover the shifts for people who can't make it in, run the errands for the family, take care of the kids. It's like you're being expected to play all these roles and you're just one person. And you've been doing this for so long, but you're getting to a breaking point where you can't take it anymore. And you're just realizing that, you know what, this is not right. I can't be expected to put all this effort into every area of my life and not be compensated for it. Or just you're getting to the point where you simply can't take it all on. It's just too much. So it may be something that you're bringing to the attention of your family where, you know, you can't be the sole breadwinner and also, you know, getting all the groceries, paying all the bills, taking care of the kids. It's like you need help or you need you need to bring this to the awareness of your family or to your peers or to your office, your career, your workplace, because other people need to take on some of the responsibilities and the work, because you're feeling like you're just putting too much effort out there and you're not either being compensated for it properly, or people just can't expect you to continue at the pace that you've been going. I mean, you were really at a high pace last month, like moving, going, doing, and you're realizing this month that you need to slow down, you need to take a break, and you're realizing the imbalance and the potential unfairness of what's happening. It's cause for a pause, and you may be redirecting the way your chariot takes you in the direction that you're moving. Your heart knows what it wants, but your head is not quite on board yet. So that will come into play. But it looks like in the last month of November with the 9 of Pentacles reversed that you're really looking inward and focused on yourself. Whereas the previous 3 weeks of the month and last month, you may be focused on other people and providing for other people. And this week of November and the end of November, you're really focused on yourself. And also you're focused on your self-worth and your value. So you may be increasing the rates of your services, or increasing the prices of your products, or asking for a raise, or demanding a raise, or looking for a job like a promotion, or a job that pays you better or appreciates your work. Whereas, like I said, you might be in a workplace where they're just demanding way too much of you and you're only one person. And so maybe you need someone else to be hired on, or you need an assistant. But in any case, at the end of November, you're really focused on yourself. You may be even focused on increasing or expanding your wardrobe in some way, or purchasing like beauty treatments for yourself. But you're focused on yourself and sort of improving your self-worth and your self-image and your confidence and your self-esteem, and very kind of thinking inward, self-centered, and independent. So this is an independent energy, which is kind of a contrast to the last week of November, which I think Thanksgiving hits in that last week. So often people are sort of surrounded by people, but you are wanting to be more isolated and alone and kind of just focused on yourself, because it seems like previously you've been focused on other people and working for other people and doing things for others. The other thing is we do have an eclipse, a lunar eclipse in Taurus coming in on the 19th of November, which it hits on the 3rd week. So that might be causing some issues or bringing something to a close. That's in Taurus. And so that is your house of career. So lunar eclipses do bring a closure usually, or an ending. And so, gosh, yeah, you might find that you're leaving a job at this time, or at least there's some kind of cycle that comes to a close within your workspace. So you may be leaving a position and getting a promotion, or just the role that you were playing at work is maybe coming to a close because you realize that it's just way too massive of a undertaking, or it's too, you just have way too much on your plate in order. And so, yeah, you might find that your job at work might shift a little bit for the better, hopefully. Now, the final words of wisdom from Oracle, we've got unmarked trail. It has to do with revelation. So this month, you definitely discover information about yourself and about how you've been maybe using and some power dynamics between you and your family, or you and your relationship, you and your workmates, you and your boss, and some of the things that have been being asked of you that seem a bit unfair and a bit transactional in nature. So let's see what the Shaman's Dream Oracle has to say about unmarked trail number 57. You are called now to embark on a sacred journey. The Arthurian knights, in their quest for the Holy Grail, had to make sure to take an unmarked trail that no one had ever followed, or they would not accomplish their goal. Likewise, you must enter the darkest forest of your soul via a route as yet unidentified to find what you seek. The manicured paths will bring you only temporary pleasure and later great pain. Stop it. You already know there is no reward at the end of the road you are following. That's why the Chariot is reversed. You've got to redirect, course correction. You are only killing time. Pause, breathe, and commit in your heart to a sacred endeavor. Vow to not look for old solutions that may have worked with past challenges. Get out of character, try the outrageous, and keep your quest private. Now is not the time to speak of the voice that called you to embark on the unmarked trail. That time will come. The unmarked trail can be a sign that you have already made a choice, even if you do not want to acknowledge it. Be at peace with what your heart knows to be true. Your heart has already been made up, and your mind will follow. Pack lightly, taking with you only essential beliefs that you know to be trustworthy under all circumstances. The universe has your back. So your heart has already been made up. Your mind will follow. So I think that's the Chariot reversed. It's like your heart knows what it wants, but your mind isn't quite on board yet. It's not quite in alignment. But that will come. The universe has your back. Trust the revelations that are surfacing this month, and know that you have what it takes to be on the most appropriate path of your highest destiny and your truest purpose. It seems like there are some imbalances that are surfacing this month, and you're realizing this, and you're having some epiphanies and revelations. And so it's important to communicate with your family, with your workmates, with your boss, with whoever is part of these interactions, this transactional nature, so that you make them aware of what's happening and how you're feeling, and that it's feeling unfair and unbalanced in some way. And so if they love you, if they respect you, they will support you in the ways that you need them to. And so everyone's can be on the same page, but it does look like there are some important conversations that need to be had this month. So Cancer, if you felt that resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for being here. I will check in with you guys next month. Take care.